Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Leftovers episode 9. Darn. Sorry. We're one away from the final of the season. In the last episode, Patty took herself out. She committed suicide. And leaving Kevin to figure what the hell he's gonna do with that. And then you have Laura, who she's got something going on. There's something on the chalkboard. Something is happening tomorrow, and I think it has something to do with all the clothes and stuff they laid out in the church, along with the truck that came to deliver some kind of package. Apparently, it's disgusting because they were telling him how sick they were. You sick sons of, you sick, whatever, right? So whatever's in those packages is, I assume, it's like, it's gotta be, it doesn't look like, I don't know if it's body parts or blood or something, but I assume it has something to do with human beings. And I think it's gonna be some kind of a suicide pact. Certainly it looks like that, based on the way Patty went out. It looks like they've been getting ready for this for a while, actually. I wonder if the guilty remnant is about to destroy themselves. They won't need to be, no one needs to stop them. They're gonna stop themselves. It also, Mr. Garvey's daughter has gone over to the mom's side, or at least she went to see her mom, maybe to convince her to come back or something. I think that Laurie wouldn't want her daughter to be involved. She chose this life for herself, what she's gonna do next and all that, but I don't think she wants it for her daughter. I think that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna try and get her daughter out of there because they're about to kill themselves or something really bad, that she doesn't want that to be a part of it. Can you imagine? They started the whole thing, the whole cult, with the intention of killing themselves. I wonder if that's what they end up doing. Then no wonder they don't mind being hated, because they were gonna do that anyway. It gave them a purpose, It gave her a sense of purpose. I wonder why the daughter wasn't purpose enough for her, unless maybe all the kids are not hers or something like that. But last of all, Kevin Garvey, what is he gonna do? Is he hallucinating? How is he just appearing out there doing things that he shouldn't be doing, that he had no control over? He would never do it if he was conscious. But somehow he's got like a second person in his body doing things that he didn't sign up for, and now he's got to figure out to do with Patty's death. Is he gonna tell everybody, or is he gonna leave it secret? And what was the magazine? I need to know. Let's find out. Hopefully we find out in these next 2 episodes. Hopefully we'll get some kind of answer for this. Okay, let's get to it. It's good to see him running again, because we actually started the series with him again. He runs all the way out there to smoke? Oh, whose house is this?
Yeah. How many chairs?
Is that Laura?
Oh, great.
Is that the past? Is this the past?
Okay.
Oh shit! We never got to hear her speak yet. What are we doing? What's happening? I'm gonna find out what irks her so much as to have joined the guilty remnant.
For the puppy?
It has to be
Oh, there was a
We
dog.
have to go today, otherwise we go in the
There's gotta be
woods.
some kind of psychological connection. Why he's collecting dogs now? Wow, they used to live in a much bigger house. She seemed like a regular teenager back then. Man, their whole family was just... I don't even recognize these guys anymore in the past. Oh, that's her kids before all of this. Wow. There's the cereal that she buys all the time. The milk. So I'm guessing he was already having an affair at this point. I really don't want... I hope we don't get it, because I really don't want to see that.
And come home straight after school. Your mom and I need help setting up for the party.
He knows,
No,
For the
I know.
son?
Just please don't tell your mom.
It's for the son.
It's not like cigarettes.
What?
Bye.
She actually used to be a normal teenager before all this. Oh shit, it's about to start, isn't it? What the hell? It's like it's red. It better not be blood. Hopefully that's paint.
Is it gone?
It's a deer. A deer ran through the place.
It
Yeah.
is deer.
Oh shit, and that's the lady. That's the lady who was having an affair with the husband. And the deal ran through his house too. I'm starting to see some eerie connections between these.
I mean, why is this time different?
She was a psychologist.
It's not about that.
It isn't?
No.
It's not about Neil telling you to leave your own house?
Neil, that's
He
the
paid
poop
for it.
thing.
Ignoring those things, you believe them.
Well, I guess I better shit him back out.
Maybe you should put them in a bag and write Neil's name on it and just
But
drop it right back off on his doorstep.
Something's wrong inside you.
There's nothing wrong with me.
There's something wrong with everybody. That's not true.
Election, so
I just
if I'm
got
being
it, by the
honest,
way.
barring a
Shedding
miracle,
it
I
out
don't think
into
you
a
stand
bag.
chance.
Councilwoman,
I'm in the
Whoa.
middle of an interview.
you coming to my thing tonight?
You're not supposed to know you're having a
Looks
thing
so
tonight.
different. Oh, it's for
Yeah, I
it's
do
for the
know.
father.
It's a deer problem. Reports of the fuckers getting stuck inside buildings. You are authorized to put it down.
Well, we don't need to kill it.
Dispatch inform you of any sightings, and you get there before anyone with an actual weapon. Hallelujah. Set Bambi free.
Know who I am?
Look, man, he keeps coming here.
What happened?
Back.
Shit.
You touch
Whoa.
my kid again, I will fucking kill you.
Jeez, man. Oh, is that his father or something?
I'm your father.
Oh shit. That's right. Wasn't that
Why do you
picture?
need to keep doing this?
Yeah, I know. I think I remember now.
Like it never happened.
I know you have your presentation tomorrow, and I really want to be there, but I'm a terrible mother.
Come here. You're the best mom in the whole world. The best mom ever.
Well, she's the best.
Where's the cake?
Right behind me.
Hey, what are you two doing together?
The car broke down, so I went and picked him up.
Yeah.
Good Billy Ray.
Feeling good, Louis.
Okay, team. Time to party.
Wait. He didn't tell you about the deal.
What dear?
Long day.
You said 6.
One of the accounts fell apart.
Go on in, she's still up.
Fantastic.
It went great. My interview.
But you, Dad, you built your life and mine on your own. Why isn't it enough?
Because every man rebels against the idea that this is fucking it. It is enough. So cut the shit, okay?
He was. I get that feeling. I get that. He's
You know, I was thinking maybe we should.
there's something else
Really?
that he wants to do. You know.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm sorry.
About what?
Dad didn't tell you.
No.
I went to see Michael.
Are you ready?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
I think he cheated on her because he wanted some more excitement in his life. He was bored with what he had. What he had it. What in the world? Are you seeing things, or is this real? What's up?
You know, the gas lines Con Edison's putting in, manhole cover just exploded right in front of me.
I don't really care. You're the one that wanted to quit. Just be honest. What is your place, Kevin? Is it here? Be honest.
I smoked. And I don't want a dog.
Why didn't you just tell me?
Because you wanted it. Hello?
Same marks. So I think it's like he'd rather be out here, I think, than with his family. I think that's what they're trying to show. Couldn't they just walk straight down the hallway? Did they have to hit every single wall? Is that what a deer sounds like? It sounds like a monster. That girl wasn't kidding.
You okay?
That's the girl. I mean, that's the girl. Does this have to do with killing the dogs now? Could have said something to her first. It's a girl. It's the lady from the first episode. Oh, we keep running into her.
Everything okay?
I think they saw something. We go through this every couple of years. I'd rather us be afraid together.
Oh, that's right. That's the wife.
I'll drive.
Yeah, I know. Go in the house.
Cigarettes too.
It came out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, but I gotta go. But if you need a ride or something, I'll take it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah. Oh, well, this is important too.
I want food! I want food!
Jeremy.
I want food!
It looks terrible.
It's awesome.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean?
I think he's gotta leave.
Hey, kids, who wants to help make a circuit?
Thanks.
Sure.
It would be crazy if she disappears while they're doing it. Is that what happened? That'd be so crazy.
Nice.
So there's no evidence left behind.
A fucking animal.
Well, yeah. But why can't you be sad for it?
Are you a good guy?
What's that supposed to mean? The world's testing him for something.
No.
You want to come in?
I'd like to take a look. Is that all right with you?
So what was so different about this one? Oh, don't tell me this is the one. Don't tell me this disappeared. Did the baby disappear? Because she's not pregnant now. I didn't see a baby. She never got the job. No! Oh, shit. Oh, don't tell me that's the last thing she says to her kids, too. That's the toilet paper thing. That's the last thing she did, isn't it? Before it all happened. She turns around and they're gone. That's so messed up. Oh, shit.
What was that?
It's gone. It's gonna be gone. Holy nuts. And then they weren't there anymore. Now I get the toilet paper, the paper towel thing. Oh my gosh, that's horrifying. I knew there was something about that toilet paper. That's why she doesn't change it. Ha! I knew it. She just disappeared. He had an affair, and then that's awesome. In a way, it's amazing because then you can just get rid of the evidence. She never existed. She's gone. It's like you never did it. Does that mean it just happened while they were doing it? Just boom, she's gone, right in the middle of it. It's like a part of her like disappeared with that thing. All right, my gosh, that episode explained a lot of things. It looks like we got to see maybe the last week or so of, maybe even just a couple days actually. Maybe the last 48 hours or so, even that. It was only a couple days tops, but I mean, they went through at least one night. So it might have only been like 48 hours of time. But this showed maybe the last 48 hours or so of their life before the departure. And wow, it was such a drastic change. It was a really cool reveal as he's running. You know, he does his jog thing every morning and all that. So we knew that already. But what we didn't expect was for him to go into a different house. Dramatically changed. He's in a rich place in the neighborhood. His house looks gorgeous. Now he's in a regular wooden old piece of shit. Doesn't look like much now, you know. Just like just looks so cramped and your average middle class house or whatever. But he used to live in this grandiose house, man. It's made of stone, and so much light came into the house, and now it's all dark and drab and everything. Oh my gosh! When watching his daughter, watching Jill, and how she was back then is amazing compared to now. So it's nice to know she wasn't always this emo brat, you know, this brat. Just freaking, she's so annoying now. She's terrible. She's such an attitude problem, and she's doing all kind of messed up shit for whatever reason. But she used to be a regular teenager. It's so sad to. It's an amazing change to see. She had braces on, and she was just like a Disney Channel typical teenage girl, and now she is barely recognizable as who she was. So sad. She was happy, and she was who she was. She was a real. She was actually a teenage girl. Who would have thought? Now she's locking herself in refrigerators, trying to kill herself or something, but not really. Stealing baby Jesuses for what reason? I don't know. Shooting flaming arrows at them and all this other bullshit. Just such a drastic change. We got to see Laurie, actually talk. It was so weird. I like how they showed her voice first because they know we're going. Who's this voice? Who is this? At first I thought maybe it was somebody, the person he had cheated on her with or something, but no. And then she comes into focus and you realize you're not even sure if it's her until she is right in front of your face and you go, is that her? It's Laurie. You can't even believe it because you just did not ever see this. You've been so used to seeing her in the other way that you just can't believe when you see this different side of her. And she used to be a psychologist for Patty, and Patty seems to have seen it coming a long time ago. I mean, she already seen it coming. Now that could argue that, she was kind of. I think to me it sounds like Well, how do I put this? Well, she ended up being the one to start the cult, so she's the one who you want to know the most about because it looks like she's the leader of the cult, right? She runs that goddamn thing. Well, she was already unhappy before all this. The departure didn't make it happen. If anything, it made her into a what was the word? It confirmed her paranoia. Yeah, that's what it is. She was always worried about shit that's about to happen, and the psychologist and Laurie kept telling her nothing's gonna happen. And when it did, it justified her actions. It made her suddenly a prophet. It made her from a crazy person shouting out all these paranoid, delusions, into a prophet because she had actually called it, even if she may have been wrong. I mean, for all we know, she was just crazy, and it just happened to be a coincidence. But the fact that it happened made it so that I think it filled her with this confidence that she knew what was going to happen, and then she set herself on a path to do something. It's like, if I was right about that, then what else can I be right about or something? I don't know. I bet you it made her arrogant. I think it made her arrogant, and it made her arrogant about all this stuff because she prophesied and everything. Now she felt like Nostradamus and she could do anything. And there you go. From there, I think that Laurie was proven wrong, and she didn't know what to say because for the first time in her life, she didn't have an answer for what was going on. And here was she didn't have an answer for it because she seemed like the person who always had all the answers. And now, after that departure, she had no answers. And guess what? Here's Patty. She feels, and she was right. So she has the answers, maybe. And maybe Laurie turned to her because she couldn't make any sense of her life anymore. But on the subject of Laurie, Laurie is well, she was really unhappy before. Patty was right, actually. Who was in that scene where they were talking to each other? Who was actually psyching out who? Who was the real psychiatrist here? Because it seemed like Patty kind of had one over her, and she kind of called it. She knew that something was wrong with Laurie as well. Although, funny thing is, it seems more like it was Kevin who had the problem. Laurie, I think she was unhappy on the inside because I think that she could, deep inside of herself, she sensed that something was wrong with Kevin. I think maybe something like that. Kevin's a very interesting one with what happened to him. Let's start with Tom because I wanted to at least mention Tom once. Tom, of course, man, he was so different. Just a regular kid too, regular guy, doing his thing and all that, And then, I guess him and Jill pretty much, but at least they were together when it happened, and they didn't lose each other. But, well, I guess there's not much to say there. I kind of know where Tom ended up. He just kind of ended up looking for his own answers. Everybody kind of went their own way, looking for answers on that. I hope we get to see Tom and Jill eventually meet up again, you know, because they seem like a really good duo, even though they were, I guess, half brother sister, you know, but that doesn't matter. I got a half brother. It doesn't matter. And I mean, you're still your brother, still your sister. You know what I mean? They never see each other as anything different. But he was a better brother than some full-blooded brothers. You know? He seemed like a really good guy. Really loved his sister and all that stuff. And here he is. We haven't seen him with her ever. What happened, man? Come back. You gotta come back. The family needs you. Now on to Kevin. Boy, Kevin's It was already there, you know, the hints. It started with cigarettes and built up. From there, he was already running around hiding secrets from her. And then that led to the affair. You could see it coming already. There's something about I think it was about, you know, like when people have sex in public places like a theater or something because it's exciting. I feel like it's something like that. It gives your life a little more danger to it. Gave it something else to deal with. It's almost like he needed her to get mad. He wanted her to get mad so he could fight against her. Kind of crazy and messed up a bit, but I get it. I think I get it. After all that shit that was going on, all the birthday parties and everything, and all the happy faces, you know, I call it dad saw right through that. He's not happy. Not happy because sometimes you just is this it? Is this what I really wanted, or is this just what I just going through the motions? You know, you're supposed to have a family and a career and all that, but is that what you really wanted, or you know, maybe you wanted something a little more unconventional, like the movies, Indiana Jones style or something. I don't know. Just I think everybody's looking for a purpose. Some people find it, and I guess Kevin didn't. He didn't find what he was looking for. He's still unhappy, despite having everything. He loves his family. But he wants some kind of purpose. And ironically, this terrible disaster, this departure thing, actually gives it to him. He actually is given a purpose because of this. How ironic, is it not? The worst thing that happened to him may actually give him the best thing that he could have ever asked for, which is a purpose in life. And once again, he's doing the same thing again. He's skirting his responsibilities. He's going off and doing his job rather than being at home with his family, right? He wasn't even cheating on his wife yet, as far as I know. But I think that him going out, because she asked, you know, why do you even want to be here? I feel like the running is also a metaphor for that. He runs away from his problems, right? You better, you know, I want to go for a run. I'm running or something like that. He said something like that, and I think there was a double entendre or whatever. That it's he's going on for a run, but he's also running from the situation. He doesn't know how to deal with it. He wants to do something, but he doesn't know what it is, and he's fighting what he was trained to do, which was that you're happy, that this is the life you want, versus the other side of you that says no, there has to be more. And I think his job was a way to get away from that, to do something else, distract him from everything. And then the secret he kept was to make his life a little more exciting, something like that. Maybe more than just excitement. There's a lot of complexity there you could dive into. But on the surface, that's what it looks like to me. There's way more to that, I'm sure. Tom has a father. He found out about the father. And I guess the father, yeah, I remember that. The pictures on the wall or in the bedroom, they showed that stuff. So he still sees his dad as his dad. It's just he wanted to, like he said, the guy doesn't get to just forget about, pretend like it never happened. You know, I exist. And you are part of my life, whether you like it or not. You're still part of me, and you don't get to just check out like that. You gotta be reminded of who you are to me. Even if I don't want you to be that person, you know. I hate that you're that person, but you're still my dad no matter what, kind of thing. I never had to go through that, so I'm glad of that. Oh, man. Yeah. And we got to see everybody leading up to the event. Kevin's dad looks so different as a police chief, man. He looked happy, too. And clearly he was already with the mayor at that point. Noah was going to get a job. All that got ruined. Now I understand the toilet paper incident. I get that. Noah wouldn't change the toilet paper. I saw that, and I wondered why And I did kind of, in the back of my head, I kind of thought it might have some kind of event attached to it, some kind of sentimentality, just like the cereal. Because at first I'm thinking, just change your the goddamn toilet paper. I mean, your paper towels. But then my next thought was, but what if it's part of what happened? And it was. The last thing she did was sort of make her daughter cry, and she knew it. She got mad because she dropped the juice because she didn't put two hands on the cup. She spilled the juice on the phone or whatever, and and right when she was about to get a call for the interview, and it was all heated and everything, she got mad and she tore it away, kind of yelled at her for a second. Not really yelled, just kind of tore the phone away, but made the daughter cry. And then she went to get a paper towel. When she turned around, they were gone. Oh, that's horrifying. That is just the worst thing in the world. I don't care what Lori went through. Nora has had the hardest life. Nora has had the hardest of it all. Everyone I've seen in the story, she's had it the worst. Just unimaginable, you know? And to the fact that the last thing your daughter did was cry, you made her cry. It's like, I mean, it's worse than the last thing I said to my dad was something horrible and then he died or something like that. Or last thing I said to my girlfriend or my husband or wife or whatever was something terrible. I hated him and then he died or something like that. I never get a chance to tell him that I don't mean it. Imagine that happening with your daughter and it wasn't even death. It's just gone. And, you know, I think a part of you might think her crying, is that her last emotion? Is she stuck in perpetual crying in some other realm or something? I'm sure that thought has gone through her mind at some point. Like, what if she's stuck with that forever? She'll never get to know that I didn't mean it or something like that. Oh, it's just so terrible and awful. It's so awful. God damn, it's such an ugly situation. Just terrible. Like, no one should be able to do. No one should be able to do anything at this point. You get to go and, you know, you get to just take drinks from the bar after all that. Someone go, hey, stop taking drinks from the bar. And you go, excuse me, I lost my whole family. Okay, take whatever you want. You know, take it. Take all of it. You can take everything I got. You know, you can't. She has the right of way now. Sympathy, just, you would look bad if you said something to her against it, you know, like, get over it. Well, did you lose your whole family? Oh, well, I know I didn't, you know. She'd win every argument with that. As sad as it is, she gets that card, like the pass to do whatever, pretty much. I mean, come on. Nobody had it worse than that. And the last thing, we find out that Lori's tragedy was the baby, I guess. On top of Kevin's stuff, she was gonna have another child. And it was interesting that the doctor said, is it his or is it Kevin's or whatever. Almost like this show doesn't do anything without a reason, right? Everything you see in this show, I realize, is there for a reason. And they often show you very subtle hints to things that are going to happen in future episodes. Sometimes not even in the next episode, maybe an episode or two later. But they'll show they'll reveal little foreshadowing hints of things to come, but they make it look like it's nothing. But remember, every single line of dialogue in the show is written, and every shot is carefully shot and, you know, meticulously put into the episode. So, yes, everything they say, everything they do has some kind of foreshadowing, I feel. And if you think it is, it probably is. In this case, they say, whatever the heck, is it his? And they put that out there, okay? That suggested maybe Lori was cheating on him too. I always thought Lori might have been cheating on him too. But that's for another day to find out. Anyway, Lori lost a baby. I don't know if Lori lost the baby. I don't know how bad that is in comparison, because you didn't really get to know the baby. Nora at least got to know her children, you know? I feel like at least you didn't get to know it. There's less of a connection to it. But to the baby. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. According to that balloon, it was probably a girl. But I don't know, is that what really affected her? It's crazy, because the life was inside of you and then it wasn't there anymore. How do you, I don't know what that would do to you. I don't I could understand a child going missing, but the child isn't even born yet and it just disappears from your body. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know. I don't think Laurie does either. I'm still unclear whether it was that or whether it was, because we didn't get to see her reaction to it. So I'm not really sure how she, is that the tragedy or is it the fact that her whole life was kind of a lie in a way? I think that they would have eventually had a divorce. For sure. Kevin was already ready to just jump out of there. Just so weird. He just slept with that random chick. It almost feels like that lady was put in his path as like a freaking game. She doesn't even talk like a normal person. What the hell did she say? Are you a good guy? What the hell does that mean? Who says that? He even said what? Who the heck says that on your first? He's driving you home. You don't know him. He just gave you a ride. Who the heck says that to a person? What is that supposed to mean? And he says, I'm not a good guy. So what is that? You gonna be a villain? I don't know what to make of that. Those lines are really weird, and I don't know. It almost feels like the Truman Show or something. Like there's a glitch in the Matrix kind of thing. Like someone's scripting off the core cuff or something. I don't know what those are supposed to mean because most of the show feels like they're dealing with an actual incident and it's very realistic. And then they throw in stuff like that, and I'm starting to wonder if there is an element of a Matrix-like thing here, or if we're on the Truman Show. Not everything we see is real. Maybe there's acting. There's like actors in there or somewhere. I don't know. But the line, like that lady making those lines and just sleeping with this random guy all of a sudden, I don't get it. It feels like the deer was part of some kind, like the father said, some kind of game, right? You know, the deer hits the car, puts her path on his, conjoins these two paths of theirs together, and then they go to a motel where she just says some random line. She doesn't even really seduce him, just randomly told her you want to come up, and then that's it. That's it. He just does it. Like he was hypnotized. Although I'm starting to see some connections between this, the deer situation, and the dogs, right? I don't know what they mean, though. I don't understand. It's almost like he's in another life. And there are, you know, like that. Lady Gaga just made a video where she was in an accident, a music video, right? Where she's in this accident, and then everything in that dream sequence she's having a dream sequence, but we don't know that until the end of the episode, until the end of the music video, right? And in the video, all the things that are happening are actually connected to something she saw before she got knocked out. Like she's in the pyramids of Giza and something like that. And it turns out that was like on a flyer somewhere. You know what I mean? So everything that was in the dream sequence hinted. Not hinted at, but was inspired by real life events, things that she saw, and they became these bigger things in her dream. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like Kevin had a previous life, and then something happened to him, and now he's in this other world, and like getting the dog and stuff is like a constant reminder of what happened with Laurie. It's like he's in hell or something, and he has to experience all these reminders of who he was and whatnot. I don't get the dog thing though, really. The dog, he didn't want a dog for whatever reason. He just really didn't want a dog. He even made it. He sounded very don't want an effing dog. Jeez, don't want a dog, something like that. He just said it like it's so. He really didn't want a dog. I don't know how else to put it, but that wasn't a usual reaction. Just say I don't want a dog, you know. But he made it sound like he really hates dogs, and then he's having these dreams where he's shooting dogs, or I think it is real though. He's having these weird losing memory, and then I hate dogs, and I'm sure I don't know. I'm collecting them, and I'm shooting them, or something, and then he brings the dog home and ties it up without remembering it. What the hell is that? I have no idea. It's got to be connected though somehow. And then him chasing a deer that he saw in the woods, chasing it around, and then it gets killed, only for it to reappear in his dreams again. I mean, reappear as hallucinations in front of him. What is that about? What's going on? I really do feel like he's not on Earth anymore. None of these people are. It really does feel like they're in some kind of dream world state, or in another, like they're in hell or something, and they are remembering, like a deja vu kind of thing. Their events from their past come back to them, and they see, you know, who they once were in other imagery and stuff like that. Like the deer died in real life, but in his where he is now, he's still hallucinating, seeing that deer. But and it ran to the school, and it ran to a house that he had to go through, and now in this other world he's in, as like a connection to that is running through his house. Although in reality it never did. You know what I mean? It feels like that's what it feels like to me. It's like he's living in a dream world now, but it's replaying events from his real life, but in different sequences, and not exactly the same way. So now he's shooting dogs and trying to capture them, like when she tried to buy a dog. But it doesn't make any sense because that's not real life. That can't be. There's no way that's real life. So maybe there is some kind of angelic presence here. They might be in some kind of limbo of hell or heaven or something. Something like that. Or maybe they're just sleeping in a Matrix world and they're trying to get out of it. And in the meantime, all their existing memories come back to them in forms that kind of connect them in weird, odd ways and stuff. Because everything is horrible if this is some kind of game or something. They're in this horrible place and he's gotta get out of this whole thing or something like that. Like he's stuck in a escape room or something. When he can't see it, he uses his job to get away from all that stuff when he should be doing it, embracing it and diving in, man. What the hell was in that freaking magazine? I know we're gonna find out in the season finale. We better, man. And what the hell is Lori planning today? Now knowing what the daughter and her were like before, they had such a good relationship. Seeing what they're gonna be like now will be so interesting to see. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, that's it. I'm looking forward to what Lori is gonna be like interacting with her daughter now, after knowing what they used to be like. Especially now that she doesn't talk either. Should be really interesting. It's so. I hope to see. You know, I want to see a little bit of the old Jill in there somewhere, because at this point she's so unrecognizable. But I'm sure it's in there somewhere. You know, it's in there somewhere, Jill. Bring it out, man. I hope that we eventually get a reunion between the families. I want to see Tom and Jill and Kevin get back together, reunites. You know, screw Lori, but. Well, we'll see what happens, because she might be dead next episode for all I know. I don't know. I don't know why losing the baby is enough to do that. So I'm not sure. Maybe there's still something I'm missing there that I'm not quite getting out of that. Because you still have your other kids. I don't know. All I know is something about all that made her want to lose purpose in life, or maybe she realized she didn't really have it in the first place. I think maybe Kevin's whole thing made her realize that she's living in a lie, that her marriage life is not what she thought it was, and Kevin has some major problems there, that he doesn't really want to be here and stuff like that. And then you have the baby is like solidifies that, you know. When she loses the baby, who she never told anybody about, I just realized he might not even know. He doesn't know. I don't think he knows. Nobody knows she was gonna have another baby. And when she lost that, it was like a sign from the heavens telling her, your life is meaningless. Maybe that's what it was. It starts with Kevin and ends with the baby. I don't know. And then mysteriously, coincidentally, there is a baby now. A daughter is being born through a chick. Well, I've got a name, Christine or whatever. The one with Tom. So there is a baby now being born, and it's a girl. And I think she was supposed to get a girl. The whole balloon, it's a girl thing. God, it makes me really think they're in the dream sequence. Okay. That is it for episode 9. I could go on and on about theorizing on it. Let's wait till the next episode, the season final, next time. I'll see you there.